to show what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it.
But God did it.
But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. 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 Ayy, I got the drive to bust the truck, the gas is stuck. I ain't the one to rely on the luck. I put in work and then he show up. I know it's fake, this shit in the reps, ain't no regrets, I do too much. It ain't me if you saying I stunt. He calling the place and I do what he want. This ain't a front, glory to G-O-D. It's what you could do with a mustard seed. It's what you could do when you start to believe. Take fear and you cast it inside of the sea. 100% out of me, cause he gave it all on the tee when he let it bleed. So what is you saying to me? You just insecure about the love that turned me to a beast. I take a step and I ain't turning back. He made me first cause I know that I'm last. I ain't got time for no thing in the past. Learn from it first and then I react. Hands off me, don't hold me. Get it jumping like a trampoline. All truth ain't no trolling. We in good hands, no folding.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it.
But God did it.
But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers.
I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
Hello, fly chick coming through. Nice to meet ya, glad you came too. Like your style and you know you got moves. You spit game and you know you spit smooth. Glad you came, it's best you come and stay. I need your loving like water in the bay. Let's walk down the aisle, make a baby. I ain't been in love like this somewhat lately. Step into the room with the crown on top. Confident dripping, you will never stop. Everywhere I go, got 'em bound when I'm the queen. Real royalty when I step into the scene. A boss from birth, ain't no need to pretend. Haters gon' talk but still hating in the end. No need for approval to find my own reign. Success is my language, I speak it unchained. A boss from birth, ain't no need to pretend. Haters gon' talk but still hating in the end. No need for approval to find my own reign. Success is my language, I speak it unchained. Confidence, self-love be defined. I'm the blueprint, you know where we'll find. The boss in the game, ain't nobody like me. If you're looking for the sauce, I got the recipe. Swag is so fierce, is the language I speak. Unmatched confidence, my power, my peak. No crown needed. My presence, it reigns in the world of swag. I break the chains with each step I take. I redefine cool. Others try to mimic, but I'm the true jewel. When the world of followers, I lead the show. Confidence, swagged out, watch me glow. Top notch attitude, haters in my rear view. I'm the star, got them all looking as I break through. With every move, you know I own the spotlight. Confidence on fleek, shining bright every night. That's right. You'll believe the hype. You better than me, you know that ain't right. Clocked in, your shift done. Bye bye up top. But no, you'll get no high five. You're looking for the sauce, I got the recipe.
North Central Ohio represent. Two Northwest District teams meet in a state final four. The Mohawk Lady Warriors finally breaking through to get back here to Firestone Stadium for the first time since 2005. They face the Lady Eagles of Monroeville, who were just here last year, finishing as state runners-up in Division 4. This is the Division 7 State Semifinal. It's coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have. The pregame coming your way next.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
From opening day to hoisting the hardware, it's all right here on the OH Report. We welcome you inside the Yanich pregame show for this, the Division 7 State Semifinal between the Mohawk Lady Warriors and the Monroeville Lady Eagles. Yanich, the sponsor of the Lady Warriors and their pregame festivities. So let's take a look at them. 25-5, number 5 in all of Division 7. And here is their team spotlight. 25-5 under Mindy Walton. 5th Final Four appearance. 2003-5, they won the championship in D4, outscoring their tournament opponents 51-7. On base at a .424 clip, 314 runs scored, and pitching just like the first game we saw with Lexington and Kenton Ridge, 190 ERA, 329 Ks.
Yeah, first state tournament appearance, or state Final Four appearance since 2005, and that was a pretty good year for Mohawk as well, too. They ended up claiming the championship that year and trying to do it again. Head coach Mindy Walton was an assistant coach when they last won state in 2005. Now in her 8th year as the head coach, got this Warriors team playing their best ball here late. They're on an 8-game winning streak, won the N10, and looking real sharp here in the tournament.
Speaking of winning the N10, here's their path. They knocked off and held off Buckeye Central, Winford, and Upper Sandusky to win the outright Northern 10 championship with the power that they have. 2 close ones with Upper, but they were able to win outright against them. And then you saw live and free on the OH Report their regional championship victory over Ayersville, number 10 in the state. They've beaten 2 top 10 teams, also New Regal in the district championship game, 11-1. But they really brought it on against Ayersville to win that 7-1 to make it here to Firestone Stadium and finally break through for the Final Four. As there they are getting ready to take the field. But before we do that, let's take a look at our player spotlight for the Warriors of Mohawk. And it is the pitcher, Aubrey Gottfried. First team All-N10 selection, 30 appearances, a 174 ERA, 1.10 whip, 323 Ks.
Yeah, 153 opponent batting average against her, too. Broke the single season school record for strikeouts at 297, and she had 16 in that district final win over New Regal, which they needed all 16 of those in that 2-1 win. But just an incredible season in the circle and then in the batter's box as well, too. Second on the team in batting average. Yep, there you see it right there.
457 average, 465 on base.
Yep.
13 doubles, 46 RBI, 36 runs scored.
Yeah, leads the team in doubles, tied for second in RBI, second in batting average, and coming off a game against Ayersville, 3 for 4, 3 ribbies, 2 runs. So, and then she threw a complete game and struck out 9 in that performance as
Another
well, too.
player to watch, Katie Woodland. 526 on base, 471 average, 49 RBI, 11 dingers, 44 runs scored for Woodland, who will be in the number 3 spot today, Andy.
And already over 100 career hits, and she is just a sophomore, so an impressive start to Woodland's career, leading the team in average, runs batted in, home runs, and triples.
And our final offensive spotlight, Mallory Brickner. She will be the number 2 hole today. She's hitting .438, a .467 average, 46 RBI, 6 home runs, and she scored 51 runs. To the top of the order, they get a lot going on there.
And she's done a great job, too, throwing out base stealers as well. So always key to get those kind of plays, especially this time of the year. Cut down some extra base runners, keep people off the base paths, always so crucial.
And the Mohawk keys the victory as Top Gun starts blaring on the screen, on the speakers.
Get ready to run through a wall.
As they get ready to announce the players. But before that, Mohawk. Mine, you got to put the ball in play. Don't let Veanna Helmstetter get into a groove and start striking out batters early. And yours, don't let up.
Yeah, don't let up. We've seen this a couple times, at least you and I, the games we've done together. I've always been harping, score first, you tend to do well. Well, the teams that have scored first in the 3 games you and I have done are now 0-3. So if you score first, you have got to add on. So do not let up when you take that lead. It's all about adding on later.
The Mohawk pregame brought to you by Yanich. We'll take a quick break and then preview that team in the home dugout. Last year's D4 state runners-up Mohawk. We will be right back. Back here inside now the Village Barn pregame. We are showing the pregame festivities for the Monroeville Lady Eagles. Surprisingly wearing their black jerseys today in this 87-degree weather, but they are here for the 2nd consecutive season and ready to go as we take a look at their team spotlight under head coach Abe Helmstetter. 26-3. Their 2 losses to the Firelands Conference champs in Crestview. Crestview could have been here, but they lost to Oak Harbor, who is here in the state Final Four in a district championship game. 2nd Final Four. Last year, they were the D4 runners-up in their first appearance, outscoring their opponents 49-4, and there are their stats.
Yeah, much like we saw with Kenton Ridge earlier, this offense has got some impressive numbers, top to bottom in that lineup. They can create all sorts of pressure on a defense with the length that this lineup provides offensively.
Let's take a look at the path of the Lady Eagles district championship game. I was there. They struck early and often to knock off their Firelands Conference rival, St. Paul, for a 3rd consecutive time this season. They won it 10-2 for another district championship up at New Washington in Buckeye Central. Then they went on to the regional semifinal, and what did they do, Andy? They just piled it on in the rain against Cuyahoga Heights. They went 5 innings but scored 17 runs. Complete domination from a team that wants to get back to this moment. 17-1 was the final, setting up a rematch that you and I saw from last year's state semifinal between number 8 and number 5, Monroeville versus Matthews. And boy, early on, we thought Monroeville was in trouble.
Yeah.
Didn't have a hit until the 4th, and then this happened. A Taryn Tyler double, another double, a single, gave them the 2-1 lead. And then you'll see here in a moment against number 4 Matthews, Maddie Reber down the line. Bases clearing double, broke it open to 5-1. They won it 9-1. They are the regional champs. And they are back here at Firestone Stadium. Now let's take a look at our player spotlight. It's been pitchers here on our first spotlight, and that's another one. Veanna Helmstetter in 26 appearances, a 1.24 ERA, but look at the whip.
Yeah.
The walks and hits per innings pitched under 1. That's where you want it. 161 K. She lets her defense play, but she does get the big strikeout when she needs to.
Yeah, I had 8 punch-outs the last time we saw her against Matthews, and then 8 strikeouts against Cuyahoga Heights as well, too. So racking up the Ks and only 1 walk in those 2 outings, too. 4 straight outings of at least 7 punch-outs.
And look at V's stats as well. A 585 on base, 402 average, 46 runs scored from the top of the order. She walks 31 times as well, so that adds on. That's why the OBP is so big. But she does have 16 RBIs, so if somebody gets on at the bottom of the order, she can come through with that as well. And the rest of our player spotlights. Take a look at Maddie Reber. Had the big blow to make it 5-1 in the regional championship game. She is hitting 486 with a she's hitting 430 with a 486 on base percentage, half a hundred RBI.
It's just ridiculous, the offensive numbers that they've put up this year, and Reber a big part of that as well, too.
30 runs scored, 3 dingers for Maddie Reber. And our final spotlight coming at you, Peyton Weil now. 532 on base, 443 average, 40 runs scored, 5 triples, 26 RBI. You just look up and down this lineup, and you really can't see much, any holes.
No, there really isn't, and she does a great job, too, playing shortstop. Incredible range. You saw the still image you used of her leaping up to make a catch.
Yeah,
and
that was that lunging catch.
Yep. And she's got a great arm at short, too. Really impressed with what I saw when she played against Matthews defensively.
Keys to victory. For me, you've been here before. You know the bumps. You know the field. Play like you have been, and you pass the baton.
Yeah, keep the line moving. We saw it against Matthews where they just continued to get people on base. Give it to the person behind you. Give them that opportunity with multiple people on base to really get that crooked number.
They're going to play the national anthem. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with first pitch after this. Moments away from first pitch from this Division 7 state semifinal. Travis Berardi, Andy Jardy back here. We saw a phenomenal first game to kick off state with Lexington and Kenton Ridge. Kenton Ridge 2 in the bottom of the 7th to knock off Lady Lex and remain unbeaten. What a game, and I believe we're going to have another one here in front of you.
Yeah, I expect I kind of like – so they were supposed to play each other a couple weeks ago. Mother Nature obviously very uncooperative in the month of May. I like that they didn't get that game because there isn't a familiarity now.
Yep.
And, you know, that's one of the things when it comes to Major League Baseball, the World Series used to be so interesting because like the teams didn't
Yes,
ever see each
yes,
other, but now you
yes.
play each other all the time and everyone's got footage and whatnot. So I kind of like that there's no previous tape to go back to with these two today.
Starting 9 for Mohawk. They do not have a designated player. All position players will bat here today. Emily Brickner will lead things off. She is the second baseman. Her sister Mallory Brickner behind the plate, second. Katie Woodland, third base, batting third. Aubrey Gottfried inside the circle, cleanup, batting fourth. Blake Miller, first base, batting fifth. Anna Russell, right field, batting sixth. Trina Johnson, left fielder, batting seventh. Allison Russell, your center fielder, batting eighth. And the second leadoff, as we'd like to say, Avery Barth, shortstop, batting ninth against Veanna Helmstetter. And we are underway as Brickner takes ball one.
For the Warriors in the top of the first inning. Second baseman number 14, Emily Brickner.
Brickner coming off a nice game in that win over Ayersville, 1 for 3, triple, scored 2 runs.
467 on base, 438 average. And she does have pops, 6 home runs. Ahead of the count here, 2-0. Misses just outside, and she's ahead of the count, 3 balls, no strikes.
And we talked about V and the whip, the command, not really an issue, but falling behind 3-0 here.
Brickner is a stolen base threat as well if she gets on. The 3-0, down the pipe, strike one.
His first few innings are always, there's just so many more emotions to control. When you want to get off to that good start, sometimes get a little overamped.
The 3-1 grounded down the line off the glove of the third baseman and gets into left field. She's going to try for 2, and she's in there with a double. Great start for Mohawk.
Yeah, nice 3-1 approach there. Got her pitch. Didn't miss it. Smacks it down the third baseline and leadoff double. Mohawk threatening already.
Now to bring up Mallory. We told you her stats.
And none of those were typos.
No. 5 triples, 11 doubles as she takes ball one. I feel like we're either going to see a shootout or a pitcher's duel,
I've sort of felt the same way too about that.
The 1-0. Popped her up. In on it is the center fielder Moorman, makes the catch. 1 down.
Gave it a good ride, just got under it a little bit too much there. And we saw a couple balls too earlier today. The wind is still blowing out to left field and it's coming in a bit. You were out in left field a little bit before the game too. How was it down there?
It wasn't terrible, but once you get that ball up, we're our level right here. It's
True.
not as bad down on the field, but up here where we are at the top of the stadium and where the flags are, it does blow. So if it gets up into the jet stream, that's where it'll carry. First pitch to Woodland in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That first out is the biggest to get in a game like this.
Yeah, no question. Just starts to get you into a bit of a groove.
Popped it up. Taryn Tyler called off. Right fielder makes the catch. Tagging up, thrown to third. It bobbles. So a heads-up play. Brickner able to get in after Freeze made the catch.
Aggressive base running here in the first.
And now a wild pitch could bring home the first run is Aubrey Gottfried.
And we've seen a couple wild pitches today too. There's not a lot of bounce back on a pass ball.
Padded,
It pretty much dies back there. You got to hit it in a very specific spot because a lot of these have been going up and hitting the net and just falling right down.
Gottfried takes ball one. Kind of like Makari Chapman can do it on both sides at the plate and in the circle. The 1-0. Little chopper foul. We're even at 1.
Boy, this would be big. for V. She can manage to work around this, the leadoff double, and then you go through that heart of the order without any damage. And on the flip side, if you're Mohawk, this is a golden opportunity to try and scratch one across here in the first.
That second pop-up, they were going to give the run up for an out if it was a ground ball, but V able to get the pop-up. The 1-1 is high and outside. It's 2-1. You know, it's rare that you see two of our local teams playing, but then we just had Hillsdale and Danville play for a regional championship, or a state Final Four, I should say. That's fouled off into the glove, so it's 2-2.
Good pitch right there. Looked like she took a little something off of it, had a little bit of downward movement to it. Gets that count even, 1 strike away now.
Helmstetter ready, the 2-2. Just fouled off, we'll go again. Talked to head coach Abe Helmstetter in left field on the oven that is the turf. It is hot down there. It's 87 degrees at first pitch. 3:41 was the official time. But he said, you know what, me and the coaching staff, we brought them as far as we can. They need to take us the rest of the way. The 2-2. Little grounder. Shortstop up with it on the first, and Monroeville gets out of it. Solid play by Peyton Weil now to strand the runner at third. 0-0 as we head bottom 1. Mohawk strands a runner. Monroeville with their first at bat. Travis Berardi alongside Andy Jardy, and what a play at short, the end of first.
I mean, what else do you expect other than Peyton Weil now making a strong, accurate throw? She's done a great job at short.
So Aubrey Gottfried into the circle. 25-5 and 29 starts, 30 appearances, 96 hits, 57 runs, 44 earned, 98 walks, 323 strikeouts.
That is just an insane number. 323 strikeouts. When I saw that, I was like, that's clearly a typo. But no, set the school record, which was previously 297.
Batting average against 153.
Yeah, just really, really impressed.
Now the number I am looking at, though, is 98 walks.
Yeah.
So 1 out of every 3, that's something that Monroeville might try to do like we saw in the first game, work the count.
Yep.
Didn't see a lot of strikeouts till late in that game. Helmstetter to lead things off, and she takes strike 1.
Yeah, Helmstetter, that last game against Matthews, didn't have a hit but got on base 4 times, scored 2 runs, had an RBI from a walk.
Takes high for ball 1, we're even. She does have a little pop as well. 6 doubles and a triple. But all she wants to do is get on base. The 1-1. Flies this down the line and foul. The wind blew it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, just tried to take that opposite field there.
On a non-windy day, that might stay fair.
True. Although if it had stayed fair, it might have been caught too, actually.
But
right. Yeah, a little tardy on the swing there now. Trying to battle back here down 1-2.
Only this tardy, you don't go to detention. That's bounced in there and evens the count. School's out, bud.
I say usually you get a few, it's usually 3, 3 strikes you're out, 3 tardies, and then it was an issue.
2-2 to the Monroeville leadoff hitter. High, it's a full count. Be one of the most disciplined batters on this Lady Eagle squad.
Yeah. See, just her composure, the senior.
But Gottfried, not afraid to work the count full and then get you. The payoff pitch. Fouled off. Stay 3-2.
You might be, you look at V's numbers too, and you might think why do you ever bat leadoff? The RBI opportunities aren't there. She's someone who can drive the ball for you. But look at this at bat. What is this, pitch number 9? That's what you want out of your leadoff hitter, is just grinding out at bats.
She pops this one off in play and caught by the left fielder, 1 down.
And yeah, she might have flown out there, but you made the pitcher work. That was a heck of an at bat.
We saw a lot of pitches,
yeah.
Yes. Easy play for Johnson for the first out. That'll bring up Peyton Weil now. 5:32 on base.
Peyton Weil now.
Surprisingly, that's 4th on the team.
It's incredible.
Just takes outside for ball 1. Yeah, wait until we get to Taryn Tyler next. I'll tell you that number, and then you're going to be like, oh,
yeah,
you did last time we did this. The 1-0. Got under it. It's carrying a little bit, tailing to the left way, but it's caught. There's that wind once again. Russell, though, able to get underneath the ball and then move with it for the second out.
Yeah, did a good job tracking that one down and made sure she stayed behind the ball at all times there. Didn't have to go chase after it, just kind of drifted with the wind and the ball and made the catch.
Now to Taryn Tyler, who has an on-base percentage of .632 and an average of .576.
Oh, just 576.
Not bad, huh?
No, not too shabby. That was like the Kenton Ridge offensive numbers we saw, too. He had some kids batting over 600. I think there were 2 on the team over 600.
She had the first hit in the 4th inning against Matthews, 3rd or 4th inning, but her double started things with 1 out, and then a 2-out double, 2-out single gave them the 2-1 lead, and they never looked back.
Yeah, her hit sort of sparked that entire dugout against Matthews because they were trailing going into the 4th, and they didn't have a hit yet. She came up, got a big double.
Swings through that one, and it's a 2-1.
And we talked about that with the Lexington game earlier today, too, where Lex had a lot of traffic, but they couldn't get that one hit that sort of went through the dugout, a big momentum shift. Tyler was able to do that against Matthews with the double.
2-1 fouls that back, and we're even.
Getting base runners can only do so much. If you're just getting walked and you're not really clicking offensively, you need that sort of that final crack to break the dam.
Gottfried fights back to even the count. The 2-2. Driven to right field, but in on the hands, and all three outfielders get putouts here in the bottom of the first. We played one in this D7 state semi. Nothing. So here's something for you, Mr. Jardy. Of the 6 outs, 5 of them have gone to the outfield.
Yeah, how about that?
F8, F9, 6-3 for Mohawk. F7, F8, F9 for Monroeville.
Are those putouts or are those your keyboard shortcuts on VMix there?
I like your nerd talk there, sir. Not many people understand what you're saying, but the real ones do.
The real ones.
Blake Miller swings through the first pitch there. It's 0-1. Looking to bunt. That tails off outside, 1-1. Miller on the season, a .458 on base, a .362 batting average.
It's pretty solid. So many offensive numbers just jump off the page at you.
Is that going to stay in play? It will not. And it's 1-2. Nothing on the Roeder Racing Clouse construction scoreboard. Just underway. We had a 40-minute delay, which isn't bad for game number 3 at the state tournament.
Yeah, everything's been moving pretty efficiently.
0-1-2.
Which is where I'm with you and feel like this could be one of those softball slugfests, or it's going to be another pitcher's duel.
V back in the circle with a 2-2 count. Low, and the count is full. Miller with 17 walks on the season, 22 Ks. The payoff pitch. Fouled back.
Yeah, Coach Walton talking with media during the week before this matchup, saying that they know that Helmstetter is going to bring some of that junk changeup. They just need to hunt the fastballs and get ahead early. Miller just missed squaring up that fastball.
Another 3-2. Popped it up. It's going to stay in play. 1 down. Avery Rosser in the wind, spun around, caught it. 1 down.
Oh, good thing these teams practiced their pop-ups this week, because it's just...
You have a feeling if somebody can get a hold of one, we may see a couple homers today, the way people are trying to get under the ball.
The flags are shifting. Well, they're still blowing out to left. At one point, it looked like they were coming in.
It's shifting. It's going from, you know, out the left field to in from left field. I know that shift because it blows right in my face when it comes in from left field. The 1-0 to Russell. In there for a strike. Anna Russell, 347 on base, a 284 batting average. 21 strikeouts, 12 walks on the season. 2 extra base hits. The 1-1. In there, outside corner, it's 1-2.
Yeah, she's done a good job, too, when there's been base runners to sacrifice them over. Second on the team with 11.
The 1-2 pitch from V, just outside further. We're even at 2. She's trying to find that spot where the umpire would give it to her, and she's going to try and keep it there. Now she went out a little bit further and didn't get it, but she gets her swinging on the next pitch, 2 down. First strikeout of the day for V.
Yeah, it kept expanding the zone there and was able to get Russell to go chase after that one. Good pitch out, up and away.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 6, Trenna Johnson.
First strikeout of the game.
Bring up Trenna Johnson, the 7-hitter, hitting 294 with a 354 on base. A 1-0. Outside 2-0.
She's been able to navigate around it, but a little uncharacteristic. The falling behind in counts we've seen from Helmstetter.
The other time I saw that was, and hold your ears, Monroeville fans, so that's fouled off for a 2-1 count, was against Hillsdale. Hillsdale won that game 20-1.
Oof.
But that was also a 10 a.m. Saturday morning start.
Oh, those were never fun.
And also, Coach Helmstetter telling me that, that kind of woke them up, that game. And since then, they have been on a run, and what a pitch to even the count by Helmstetter there. Since then, they've been a new team.
Yeah. And sometimes that's what it takes,
And those non-conference games that really don't matter to conference championships, to seeding or anything like that. Little chopper to short on the first. 1, 2, 3 goes Mohawk. 6 in a row retired by V. Helmstetter. They'll look to get on the board against Gottfried in the bottom of the second.
Second inning.
4, 5, 6 due up for the Lady Eagles against Aubrey Gottfried. Maddie Reber takes ball 1 as we're back to action. A 1-0 inside the Reber.
Reber had the big bases clearing double in that win against Matthews, which pretty much put it away.
Her 12th double of the season. 5 triples, 3 homers for her as well. The 2-0. Held off, it's 3-0. And I have a feeling that leadoff runners can be more pivotal in this game because small ball might come into play. Just the way I've been seeing these two teams early on. It might be something like this.
It's always interesting how it seems to be the leadoff walk that usually comes around to score, like more so than a leadoff base hit. It's the leadoff walk for whatever reason that seems to generate a run.
And I think it's just because the pitcher's trying to get back into their groove and they throw one over the plate. As taking off and getting a late throw, I don't think they were expecting Reber to take second like that, but she gets a stolen base.
Yeah, Brickner couldn't get the ball really out of her glove and I think was a little startled to see the stolen base attempt there.
11th stolen base of the season for Reber. And that hits her. Rosser not happy that hit her in the back of the hip, but it's 2 on and no out for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, she was up there looking at that RBI opportunity, wanted a chance to swing.
Got to bring up Rachel Fries. 465 on base, 303 average. 14 RBI. Would love to get at least number 15 here and give Monroeville a lead. We've seen Aubrey Gottfried, though, battle and fight back after base runners. A perfectly laid bunt, though. We'll put 2 in scoring position for the Lady Eagles. Sacrifice 1-3. And once again, small ball.
Small ball. I mean, excellent execution there, getting the bunt down. You move both runners into scoring position. You still have 2 outs to play with.
And Taylor Scheid with a 449 on base and a 329 average. She's looking the bunt. It's just fouled off on the squeeze play, and so 1.
And it was there, too, the right side of the infield, first base playing back. That would have been enough to get the run home there.
Coach Helmstetter understands how pivotal that runner is on third against a pitcher like Gottfried.
Yeah, especially when you're under, 2 outs. You've got to find a way to get that runner in from third.
Will they try it again? She has the bat out like she will. First base still playing back, but instead she pulls back. Ball gets away anyway. Sliding in and scoring is Reber. It's 1-0.
Yeah, just off the glove of Brickner. Got away from her. And we talked about it too. That backstop is not very forgiving on a pass ball. Didn't really get a chance to get a quick rebound of it to make the play at the plate. And Monroeville will take the lead 1-0. Still only 1 out and a runner at third.
Little chopper fouled it behind her. I would say, look at this replay. Watch where this goes when she fouls it.
Yeah, that's did that hit
It hit the plate, went behind her.
Took a weird ricochet.
Physics, bro. Physics. The 1-2. Big strikeout there for Gottfried, 2 down.
Yeah, big time strikeout. Needed that.
Would love to just keep it at 1 here.
Yeah, it eliminates the sacrifice fly opportunity now.
Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 11.
Brings up Jenna Bragg, 367 average, 452 on base.
And that's in your number 8 spot. Like that's the thing that's so impressive to me about this Monroeville team is just those numbers throughout the lineup. It's not just top heavy or in the heart of the order. It is 1 through 9.
The 1-0. Inside corner, strike 1.
And we saw them do this against Matthews too, where they scored runs. They just manufactured runs. They let the pitchers kind of dig themselves into trouble.
And that's why this team's so successful this season.
Right.
Pops this one up. It's going to stay in play. Underneath it is Brickner to make the catch for the 3rd out. But the Lady Eagles have struck first. The wild pitch scores 1, and it is 1-0 after 2.
Let me show you something.
1-0, Lady Eagles. Here in the top of the 3rd, a wild pitch. After a walk and a hit by pitch, a sac bunt, and a wild pitch.
Yeah, a stolen base mixed in there too, but yeah, Monroeville manufactured a run.
Allison Russell, right to short, 1 down.
Whew. You got to stop hitting it to her. I mean, she just makes every play.
That's the 3rd time that wow now
The 9th position shortstop, number 4, Avery Barth.
has been right there for it. That'll bring up the 9 hitter in Avery Barth. Barth, a 286 on base, 278 average, takes ball 1.
And we've seen it so far today and the 2 games before this one where the team that took the lead just could not put up that shutdown inning. And it almost feels like these teams fall behind and then it sort of wakes them up and then they go after it and they keep adding on.
Ground ball right at 3rd, Reber on to 1st, bounces it but scooped for out number 2.
All the Monroeville fans took a collective exhale sigh there.
Jenna Bragg with a backhanded scoop, 2 down.
Yeah, just kind of short-armed the throw over there.
Second baseman, number
So here are some
14,
scores from
Emily
Mohawk.
Brickner.
Early on in the season, Tiffin Columbian, 22-2.
Yeah,
Willard 30-1. Carey 23-1. Bucyrus 14-1, 21-0. Van Loo 24-0. Van Buren 14-1. This team.
You sure those weren't the football scores you were reading?
Yeah, you're right. Back to the top of the order, and Emily Brickner. They beat St. Paul, who Monroeville beat in the championship of the district 10-2. They beat them 12-0. That's fouled back, and we're even at 1.
Brickner, the last Mohawk player to reach base, led this game off with a double.
Yep. Stranded there. Well, stranded at third.
Yeah. Yeah, aggressively tagged up on a fly ball to right.
Mohawks losses. District runner-up Buckeye Central 4-2. Lincoln View 7-5. Ontario, who, if it wasn't for Lexington, might be in this Final Four this year, 7-5. Winford, who made it to a regional and lost in 9 innings, 8-7. And that's it. Fouled off. It's 2-2.
Took that one off the end of the bat there.
We've seen a lot of that today, too. The way that these pitchers are able to get it to the outside to where they're not getting solid contact. Only one player I've seen make solid contact. That was Makari Chapman, who tied a state record before we broke 7 divisions, in Divisions 1, 2, and 4 with 2 triples.
Yeah.
That'll be the new mark when they come out with the new records next year.
Yeah.
Makari Chapman will be on there. 2's on the board here in the top of the 3rd. Helmstetter looking for strikeout number 2. Mohawk looking for their first hit since the first batter. That's outside. Nice hold. It's 3-2.
There was one of those junk changeups Helmstetter likes to drop in. We saw both pitchers in that Kenton Ridge-Lexington game really do a nice job mixing up their pitch speed.
You have any towing needs or junk? Call Danners. Short fly ball. Center fielder diving. Can't make the catch. On to second base. Another double. Emily Brickner with a little life here with 2 down in the 3rd.
Yeah, just got enough of it that it was just out of the reach of the diving Haley Mormon, and gets to second with 2 outs. See if they can bring her home this time. Couldn't get her in on the leadoff double, but they'll try for the 2-out double now.
That ties the Division 2, 3, and 4 records for most doubles in a game. She has it in 2 at-bats, 2 doubles.
Really? That ties? Okay.
Yeah, 2-3 is the D1 record. But now, so that will be the mark now in Division 7 when the records come out. North Central Ohio softball players breaking records left and right, sir.
You love to see it.
Mallory Brickner, she flew out to center field for the first out of the 1st inning. Big opportunity here with 2 down to get some momentum back. She takes ball 1.
Yeah, we talked about it in the earlier game, too. Aside from those final 3 outs of the game, the next hardest outs are the ones after your team has just given you a lead.
Shut down inning. The 1-0. Little pop-up. Bragg under makes the catch, and they'll strand a runner at second once again. 2-out double, left at second as Monroeville leading 1-0 after 2.5. Lily Clark ready to lead things off. Here in the bottom of the third, Monroeville leading Mohawk in a battle of top 8 teams in the state. In D7, 1-0. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy. What a facility. Like I said in the first game, your first time here, this is phenomenal.
Yeah, really cool setup here. It's definitely got that old-timey feel to it. Turned 100 this year.
Yes, it did.
Babe Ruth played here, hit a home run.
Probably still hasn't landed.
Yeah,
and talking with Coach Helmstetter before the game, too, he said, is there a better venue? I said, no, this is the mecca of high school softball in Ohio. As that's fouled back, stays 0-2.
Yeah, it's great, too. I mean, a couple times my watch has alerted me that it's been a loud environment because the fans,
acoustics in this place are
the fans
great.
that have come out have made a lot of noise, had a lot to cheer about in these first 2 games.
Probably the biggest crowd we're going to see today because it's a weekday semifinal, but
that game before us was packed.
Yes, it was. I will give it to them.
That might take
3-2. Payoff pitch. Ball 4.
It's a terrific at-bat.
Lead-off base runner here in the bottom of the third.
Made Gottfried throw a lot of pitches.
Pitcher number 1, Veanna Helmstetter.
And it's, again, a leadoff walk. We saw them do it last inning, came around to score.
Now to Helmstetter. She lays down a bunt, but it's popped up. Caught
she
by
got
the
too
third
far off
baseman
the
on the
base.
first. Double play.
Yeah. Yeah, Clark wandered too far off the bag. You got to make sure that ball gets down first. Heads up play over at third by Katie Woodland. Make that catch and the quick throw over to first. That's a big double play. We saw them get into some base running issues against Matthews, too, that they were able to kind of overcome, though. But that's a big-time DP.
Brings up Peyton Weil now with 2 outs and nobody on. Fouls that off for strike 1.
That's a big momentum play, too.
That's in there for a ball. 1-1.
See if that kind of gets Gottfried into more of a rhythm. Went 3 up, 3 down to start the first, but a little bit out of control that second inning.
That's popped out of play. Into the parking lot for a 1-2 count. The 1-2. High 2-2. Monroeville 1-0 here in the third. D7 state semi. Winner will play tomorrow night, 5:30 for a state championship. And that's ball 3. Low. And a full count with Taryn Tyler on deck.
And it's sort of oddly, they've got the run across, which makes it feel a little bit different, but they didn't have a hit against Matthews until the 4th inning when Tyler came up, and they don't have a hit right now. 2 outs here in the third.
This is a team that does adjust after the first time through the lineup.
Sure.
The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. 2-out walk. Second of the inning, third overall by Gottfried. Was able to erase the last one on the double play.
And that double play looms large right now after that walk.
Wind not blowing as hard right now as Tyler takes ball 1. Walked out there as they were jamming to their classic rock. Hurts me to say classic rock, but kind of is. Says, it's like, Travis, you like the jams? I'm like, yes, thank you. Runner goes. Throw down to second in time, but in front of the runner, and it's a stolen base. The throw was there, but shortstop was too far in front of the bag.
Yeah, couldn't quite get into a good position there to apply that tag because the throw definitely beat her, but unable to apply the tag. It'll be a stolen base for a while now and gets in the scoring position. Base hit could score her.
There's a liner in the left. Fly ball will drop. It's going to be 2-0. Tyler into second, and guess who once again? Taryn Tyler, the big blow.
I mean, again, just like their last game, she comes up with the first hit. A big one here, goes opposite field, splits the gap in left center, doubles in a run. First hit of the game for Monroeville. Another RBI for Tyler, and it's 2-0.
A little early insurance for you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So you got to score first, and then you have to add on. And here they are now, back-to-back innings. They've pushed one across.
First pitch, the Reber taken for strike one. I'm not going to say it for you this time.
I appreciate you.
0-1 to Reber, walked in the second, stole a base, scored the first run for Monroeville. It's 1-1.
So 2 of the 3 walks have come around to score. And all 3 of them should have.
Fly ball, left field, big fly, home run. Maddie Reber's done it again. Just inside the left field foul pole. 4-0 Monroeville.
What a moment. Reber gets a hold of it, an absolute no-doubter. The only question is if it was going to stay fair, and it did. And there's our first big fly of the Final Four, the state semis. A 2-run shot here, and it's 4-0 Monroeville.
Shout out Brandon Powell with the perfect shot on that despite having a pole in his way. Beautiful shot there, and a lead of 4-0 now for the Lady Eagles.
As soon as she connected, everyone in the crowd just, it was like watching a home run derby kind of ball.
And you're just thinking, is it going to stay fair, and is the wind going to keep it?
Is the wind keeping it fair was going to be the question. I thought it might get pushed foul. I thought it might have hit the pole too. I was kind of hoping for a doink.
Yeah. Swing and a miss for Avery Rosser. 0-1. And once again, 2 out Lightning for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, and it could be more. I mean, the double play, you had 2 outs, nobody on, but once again, a walk comes around to score. Tyler gets the hit that sort of sparks the offense, and then it's a 2-run dinger, and suddenly they've put a crooked number up in a hurry.
4-0 is the score. That's just outside for a ball. It's 1-1. For Maddie Reber, that is home run number 4 of the season. RBI 50 and 51, or 51 and 52. 31st and 32nd runs scored by her as well. That's taken for a ball. That's got to be all Ohio numbers, right?
You would think.
Just the RBI alone.
Yeah. Can't imagine there's too many better numbers out there.
But I have said this before, is that's grounded through the 6th hole, another base hit. Rosser 1 for 1 now with a hit by pitch. But I'm telling you, you heard me read off the scores that Mohawk had.
Oh, yeah.
They can score in bunches, and this is only the 3rd inning.
Absolutely.
4-0 might be comfortable for Hillsdale right now, but if Mohawk can string a couple hits together, that's not safe.
Yeah, no lead is safe this time of the year because you're playing really good competition. So that's why it is so important. You have to keep adding on, and job well done by Monroeville so far. And now that's 3 straight hits after that 2-out walk.
On a 3-2 pitch.
Yeah.
The 1-0. Fouled off. 1-1. Seventh batter of this bottom of the 3rd. Freeze had the sacrifice bunt back in the 2nd inning, set up the first run of the game on the wild pitch. One. High. 2-1. 2-1. Grounded right back to Gottfried on the first for the out, but the Lady Eagles had 3 more on the board. They lead at 4-0 after 3.
Let me show you something.
Top of the 4th, Firestone Stadium, Division 7 State Semifinal. Monroeville with the 3 spot. In the bottom of the 3rd, lead at 4-0. Maddie Reber, the 210-foot shot down the line to extend the lead. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy. Katie Woodland lead things off, strike 1.
Yeah, time to go to work. If you're Mohawk, it's been Emily Brickner, and that's been it on the offensive side. She's got 2 doubles, only 2 hits.
Outside.
As Helmstetter has started to get into a groove. She's been able to get everybody out except Brickner.
The 1-1. Pop fly, shallow right, fair foul territory, and it drops. Kind of no man's land out there, but curved just foul.
Yeah, didn't have enough hang time for anyone to be able to get over there and come down with that catch. So, another life for Katie Woodland.
It was last year that Firestone Stadium put the turf in before last year's Final Four, and it's worked. Big fly ball, center field, 2 down, or 1 down. And again, just under it.
Yeah,
I mean, she just missed that from going out dead center.
Yeah, and center field not exactly where you want to try and hit one out today with that wind.
Gottfried can take it down the left field line, though.
Yeah, if you want to get it up, go to left field.
Outside ball 1. 0-2-0 for Mohawk, 4-3-0 for Monroeville here in the top of the 4th.
Gottfried coming off that 3-for-4 game, 3 runs driven in.
Off the end of the bat, Helmstetter on the first, 2 outs. Again, off the end of the bat.
Yeah, avoiding the barrels has been big for Helmstetter here. The pop-outs have been lazy pops. You know, nothing's really been barreled up. The 2 doubles, I mean, one was smacked down the 3rd baseline, and the other one was kind of just hit in a Bermuda triangle out there. Diving attempt, couldn't come down with it.
In there for strike 1. Yeah, Emily Brickner's had herself a day so far. It's just nobody else has been able to put the ball where there has not been a fielder. The 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Helmstetter looking for her 2nd strikeout of the game.
See what she decides to go with here. If she mixes in that changeup here or goes back to the heater.
Tried it again, but a little bit further outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit. Quick throw to first, just beat it out. Ho, ho, ho. Take a look at the replay, and you let me know, did she beat this throw out?
That was a heck of a scoop. I don't think she ever did touch the base, did she?
I don't know if she did. Nonetheless, it's a 2-out single.
She was trying to get to that orange bag, but I don't know if she ever actually did. That's been the hardest hit ball of the day, though.
Yeah.
For Mohawk.
For Mohawk.
Yeah.
I mean, for Monroeville, it's still it's over the left field fence, but
that's what they need. Hits like that. Try to get a 2-out rally going. You saw Monroeville do it with 2 outs.
Takes one hit to get contagious.
Yep.
The 0-1. Outside, 1-1. And other than Gottfried's hit off the end of the bat, the second time through the lineup, they're making more contact. Line drive to center, diving catch! Haley Moorman plays in the field for a reason. This is why. She just robbed Mohawk of a run. Diamond cut of the year nominee.
If she misses that, that's 2 runs.
That could be
that's
an
inside the park home run if she misses that, but what a play. Keeps it a 4-0 ball game. Unbelievable.
Monroeville with the momentum. We'll be back. We have diamond cuts. Then we have what Haley Moorman just did. Full extension. Just cupped it.
Full Grady Sizemore right there, right? I'm showing my age.
Yeah. That's a name drop if there's ever one. Taylor Scheid leads off. She's batting for Moorman as the designated player. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. But, I mean, you're right. If that bounces past her,
it's 2 runs.
That's an inside the park home run, and it's 4-2.
Because that ball would have been rolling all the way to the fence.
And, again, another foul ball that goes behind the batter. There's something with the pitch from Gottfried that it's
got that weird backspin to it or something, yeah.
I always say that physics in softball is just mind-blowing.
Oh, you throw it out the door.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense.
Nope.
A bit windy up here, Travis.
Actually feels good. It's 87 degrees, a little humid.
It feels great.
Little blooper to right, base hit. And Taylor Scheid says, well, Haley, you're going to make a web gem. I'm going to bat for you and get a hit. Leadoff single. And for the 3rd consecutive inning, a leadoff base runner for Monroeville.
They just keep putting pressure on you as a defense. The way that they're able to get on base, they take their walks, they get their hits, they steal bases on you.
Speaking of stolen bases, that one's going to be a caught stealing.
Yeah, maybe getting a little too aggressive there. I like it, though. You're up 4. Why not try and get that base? But heads-up throw there by Brickner. Gets a big out.
She had a nice throw on Weilnau's stolen base, but the shortstop was further in.
Yeah.
This time that shortstop which is Barth, was back towards the base and made the good tag. Caught stealing, first out of the inning.
That's what Coach Walton said, that she's had a much better mindset this season, thrown more people out stealing. You can see it there on that arm.
2-0's in there for a strike, 2-1. Bragg popped out to the catcher to end the second. She's ahead of this count, 3-1. Now we talk about the web gem of a catch, but once again, Mohawk starting to put bat on ball too.
Yeah, they had some better contact there that last time up.
And still 3 at-bats for Mohawk left to do something. Get a 0 up here, get some runs, you're right back in this game.
This thing is far from over. No question.
Bunt down by Clark. She will get the sacrifice. 2 down.
You turn it back over to the top now. Try to get that 2-out magic going again.
Helmstetter popped into that double play back in the third, which you thought was going to be a momentum shift.
Yeah.
And then walk, double, 2-run homer.
Yeah.
Helmstetter in on the hands. And that'll be the third out. So Mohawk does put up a 0. In the bottom of the fourth, it remains 4-0 as we head to the fifth. Today's special broadcast, restream of the Division 7 State Semifinals from Firestone Stadium in Akron, brought you free to fans. Thanks to our generous sponsors, Clouse Construction Corporation, your design, build, general contractor. Roeder Racing, taking care of all your motorcycle needs from oil changes to high-performance motor work, Roeders has you covered. Yanich Oral Surgery and Dental Implants. From wisdom teeth to dental implants, Yanich Oral Surgery delivers expert care with a personal touch because they're privately owned, not a chain. Visit YanichOralSurgery.com or give them a call. The Village Barn. The Village Barn is a rustic event venue located in Monroeville. We'd like to wish the Monroeville Lady Eagles softball team good luck during the postseason. As the first swing of the inning. We'll show it to you in full screen right here.
Well, you talked about it. They had started to make a little better contact that last inning. This one gets into left field, and
the wind
and also fighting the sun now out in left field too. It looks like Clark kind of lost where that ball was going. It falls in for a double. Third extra base hit for Mohawk. All doubles.
Yeah. Also, sponsor-wise, I want to thank Danner's Towing and Recycling. 24-hour local or long-distance light or heavy towing and recovery.
And you'll see now
sunglasses.
Clark just got some shades because, yeah, the sun was not an issue when this game started, but the way that it's setting now, that ball went right into her eyes, right into her line of sight with the sun.
Leadoff double, second time Mohawks had the leadoff runner on. And that was a double as well. Looking to bunt, takes ball one. Chance here for Mohawk.
Yeah, you have got to find a way to get this run across to start to feel like there's a chance for you here. If they come away from another leadoff double, that doesn't come around to score.
Mohawk leads this 4-0. looking to go to tomorrow night's state championship game. The 2-0. Bunt is placed down. Runner will move to third. That'll be scored 5-4. 1 out.
Yeah, nice job there getting the bunt down. She's only had 3 successful sacrifice bunts this year. Gets number 4. Now you get that runner to third with just 1 out. Trying to manufacture a run across here.
The shortstop, number 4.
Avery Barth, she grounded out to third back in the 3rd inning. Squeeze, well, a sacrifice squeeze it looked like. The runner wasn't fully running in from third, but bunt goes foul. It's 0-1. Mohawk just trying to get on the board first, then go from there. There's the bunt, perfectly laid down, and they'll look the runner back, throw to third, got her! Wow!
The bunt, it never made it out far enough for Johnson to come home, but she drifted too far off the bag, and a heads-up play by Rosser to make the throw down there. Deked the throw to first, and Johnson just got caught in no man's land there, didn't get back. The bunt didn't get out far enough for her to be able to come home and score.
Yeah.
And that is a kind of play that could be tough to overcome.
And you would have had at least first and third there
Yeah.
with 1 out to the top of the order, but now 2 down and a runner on first.
Right.
Strike on the outside, it's 1-1.
And I don't love the bunt there.
I mean, it would have if she
Oh,
no. Throw to second.
Actually
Got her. 2 base running errors. Gets Monroeville out with a 0 on the board. Monroeville leads it 4-0 halfway through this one. We welcome you inside the 5th inning stretch, brought to you by the Village Barn in Monroeville. Wow,
Yeah.
a tough inning for Mohawk there. A bunt, I understand the bunt because if the throw's forced, the run scores, it could have been first and third, but the runner came off third too far. That's the second out. Then the too far off the base on the snap throw to first, and just
You're trying to get. I get that you're trying to get the run, but just shorten up your swing. A grounder would have done the job. Like, they would have been able to get a run home that way too. You're down 4 and you're trying to get 1. I don't know. And then a leadoff double that doesn't come around to score. They ran themselves into 2 outs there. That's a real tough inning for Mohawk.
0-4-0 for Mohawk, 4-4-0 for Monroeville inside the 5th inning stretch.
Yeah, no defensive errors, but definitely 2 base running errors.
Count even at 1 for a while now. Walked into third, scored, and stole a base as well.
This is where, if you are Monroeville, you could maybe close the door on this one. You tack on a few more here. So important for Gottfried here to put up a 0 and try to keep this thing at 4. And your offense has started to create some traffic.
Gottfried gets a nice swing and miss there. Yeah, they're hitting the ball. It's just they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the 2-hitter. Line drive down the line, base hit. Right fielder, a nice job getting over to it quick to hold her to a single, but it's another leadoff base runner for Monroeville.
That ball startled Blake Miller over at first. That was hit hard. Didn't quite react to it. I mean, she had no margin for error to react to it.
She had
that
no
ball,
time to get to
yeah,
it,
that
yeah.
ball got right past her in a hurry. And again, another leadoff base runner for Monroeville.
First pitch taken for a ball. Tyler had that RBI double with 2 out in the 3rd. Made it 2-0 at the time. She then scored on Reaver's 2-run homer. Pops this foul and out of play. It's 1-1. Four nothing on the Clouse Construction Roeder Racing scoreboard. Runner takes off, throw down, got her again.
Yeah, heck of a throw, and what a tag too. Great job getting she got the back foot before she could get her hand in there.
Yeah, tagged the foot before she slid in. That on the replay is an out. Caught stealing.
You can kind of see both sides of the coin here. Monroeville trying so hard to get that another run to go up the crucial 5-run lead, where a grand slam doesn't tie it up or anything. So they're being almost too aggressive in that sense. And then we saw Mohawk trying to chase runs, run themselves into 2 outs last time.
The 2-2. High ball 3, we're full. Full count to Tyler. One of the biggest on-base percentages I've ever seen, but she swings through that for strike 3. Second K for Gottfried. And that will bring up Madison Reaver, 1 for 1. 2-run homer, a walk, a stolen base, 2 runs scored. She's had herself a semi.
Sure has.
It's outside for ball 1.
Such an impressive power display with that homer down the left field line.
The 1-0. Swing and foul. It's 1-1.
You got me curious now, Travis, going through the history books here.
Home runs in a game?
Home runs in a game, yeah. I mean, if 2 doubles tied is a record, I would imagine 2 home runs might.
Popped it up. Backtracking is Woodland to make the catch. And another 0 up on the board for Mohawk. We played 5. 4-0 Monroeville. Top 6. 4-0 Monroeville. Winner to tomorrow's state championship game in Division 7. Top of the order, though, for Mohawk here. 3rd time through the order. Emily Brickner, 2 for 2. 2 doubles, takes ball 1.
Yeah, Brickner's had a nice day at the plate. Smacked that double down just past third base in the first. Plopped one into shallow right center for her second one.
It's outside for ball 2. If there's a time for Mohawk to get on the board and get something going, that time is now. The 2-0. Ground ball to short. Wow, now. One down. No, it's dropped. And there's a break for Mohawk.
Would think that would be on the first baseman, right? Not coming down with that, the error.
It was a low throw.
Was a little low, but.
So a leadoff runner. That'll bring up Mallory Brickner. Flew out the center in the first, popped up to first in the third.
They gave her a hit. Wow.
Said she beat it out.
So make her 3 for 3.
It was bang, bang. So they gave her the benefit of the doubt. One-0. Fly ball. Left field. Off the fence. Brickner's going to score. Emily will score. It's a double for Mallory. And here come the Lady Warriors.
Just missed cutting this lead in half with the 2-run shot off the top of the fence and left. But a big response for Mohawk. Just when it looked like they may have ran themselves out of this game last inning, they get the break with the infield single, error, whatever you want to call it. And then Brickner off the fence. And now they've got something cooking here. First time today, they've really had some momentum.
And that's why Abe Helmstetter decided to make a mound meeting. Still nobody down, another runner in scoring position. We said Mohawk, this is a team that can do this. They just need an opportunity, and it looks like they got it. Katie Woodland flew out the center and right field so far. First pitch fouled off, out of play.
And they've now put up 6 hits, 4 of them coming in the last 2 innings. So that's second and third time through the order now. Mohawk's been able to put together some better at-bats. And, you know, Monroeville, I understood the aggressive base running, trying to get another run across, but you're a little more forgiving when you've got the lead trying to score those runs. But, I mean, they've ran themselves into some outs here the last couple innings that have allowed Mohawk to just kind of hang around a little bit.
Yep. Like the Counting Crows said, they're just hanging around. Line drive right at short. Wow, now throw, and it's bobbled again. First and third with nobody out.
I mean, the throw again was low, but
E3 is the official score.
And that's the right call.
And that brings the tying run to the plate and Aubrey Gottfried.
Boy, it is amazing how quickly a team can tighten up and you can feel that shift. This has been all Monroeville's game, and now all of a sudden.
Ball taken. Easy stolen base. And now 2 in scoring position
and
with nobody out.
Yep, nobody out. You're just looking.
Hit it to the right side, even on the ground, it scores a run.
Yeah.
You got to score these 2 runs.
Absolutely.
Outside 2-0. A single, a double, an error, and Mohawk's in business. And you have to think now, Mormon's diving catch. That doesn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
4-3 with that Mohawk with a chance to take the lead. Let's 2-0. Bounces in there, 3-0.
If nothing else comes of this for Mohawk, though, the way that last inning went, I mean, they could have called it quits right there.
Yes.
It felt like, okay, this might not be our day if you're a Mohawk fan. But to come out, you get bailed out with some poor defense from Monroeville, and you've taken advantage of it. And a chance to not just get back in this game, but the way that this inning is unraveling.
You could take the lead.
Take the lead?
Yeah. Flip of a switch. It's just like that. Like we said, Mohawk can put the runs up in bunches. Fly ball to center. Another diving catch. The runner went too far from third. She won't tag. We've got a vacuum cleaner in center field.
Unbelievable. Haley Mormon. Again, another potential game-saving catch. Dives in, makes the catch. And keeps the runners from advancing,
Mallory
too.
Brickner went halfway down thinking she was going to score on that and had to run all the way back and couldn't tag.
I don't know, though, if she would have – that would have been close because –
Mormon did get up
she
quick.
got up quick. But
if she reads it perfectly on the tag, I think she's able to score, and I don't think – you got to think the throw goes into third.
Yeah.
But that all doesn't matter now as the bunt's fouled off. You want an MVP of this game.
Yeah,
Mormon's defensive runs saved, if there's a stat for that, she's saved at least 3.
4.
Yeah,
that would have been
true.
another 2 right there. And I think the other one would have been an inside the park home run had she missed it. So
bunt whiffed on strike 2. And now Helmstetter's a strike away from really getting back into this inning. No balls, 2 strikes. Popped up, but out of play. We'll go again.
Yeah, Miller, 8 sack flies, 8 sack bunts on the year. I don't love the bunt in this situation. You're running out of outs. Like, you need runs, and you can't be trading runs for outs unless you're hoping to just reach as well.
Just outside, we're even at 2. Or I should say it's 1 and 2. Still, second and third, a base hit gets Mohawk right back in the middle of this one. The pitch. Fouled off again. Miller fighting. She has a double, a triple, and a home run on the season in 17 RBI. The 1-2 just outside again. We're even at 2. She's able to hold off some close pitches here.
And this will get interesting too, Travis, as we get into that 7th inning because the shadows are starting to creep in around home plate too. Almost feels like the last inning where you're going to have a real good advantage as a hitter.
High, what a catch by Rosser to save that, but now the count is full.
Saved a potential run scoring too. Climbed the ladder to go up and get that one.
First base is unoccupied, so a walk would not score a run, but it would make things very, very fishy. The payoff pitch. Ground ball to first. They're going to let the run score. Runners tagged out. Four to 2.
And to me, that's where, why even try to bunt? That's exactly what you needed. Just put the ball in play.
So Brickner scores, lead cut in half. First pitch low for ball one. Woodland still on third. And the pop-up is caught. Take a look at the replay right here. Rosser able to make the catch and limit Mohawk to 2. 4-2 head into the bottom of the 6th. We've gotten a good one here, folks. A quick half inning. They wouldn't even let Sweet Caroline go to the chorus. As Avery Rosser, who just ended the inning with that pop-up catch, takes ball one. Travis Berardi, Andy Jardy back here at Firestone Stadium. D7 state semi. Mohawks got life. They scored 2 in the top of the 6th. They'll have one more at bat to try and get the other 2 at least.
It's probably a good thing, though, that it didn't get to the chorus of Sweet Caroline, because you, as a West Virginia fan, might have had a hot mic moment. And that could have been the end. You could have been facing a fine or a suspension.
We're on Facebook and YouTube, so
that's true.
The FCC doesn't. Unlike Eminem, the FCC does let me be.
Yes.
2-1 to the catcher.
And this is where, if you're Gottfried, you've gotta find a way to put up another 0. That's a good start if you're Monroeville.
Base hit. That's just taking what the pitcher gives you right there.
Yeah. Second hit of the day for Rosser. She's been on all 3 times. She wanted to swing that first time up, got hit by the pitch.
Shit.
Now this is where, if you're Monroeville, too. Fundamentals. They've ran themselves into a couple outs the last few innings, which has allowed Mohawk to hang around. And you can see here they're trying again, get that bunt down and move the runner into scoring position.
The 0-1. Bunt attempt, pulled back, 1-1. To Monroeville. Looking to add on before the 7th as that bunt is fouled back. It's 1-2. Now in our first game, Lexington had a 1-run lead. Unable to add on in the 7th, and Kenton Ridge scored twice in the bottom to win it.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Or 1 down. Getting ahead of myself.
Just 1.
But another great job by Gottfried. Getting the strikeout, keeping the bunt from getting down. That runner stays at first. Scheid swings through this one for strike 1. The 0-1. Bunt down the first baseline. That's an infield single.
Yeah, Miller just wasn't quite sure what to do on that.
I mean, that's if she doesn't field it, it's an infield hit. That's no man's land. Second baseman playing back with the runner. It's trying to get the double play, and she pushed it right where nobody was. Bragg now with the grounder to second. On to short for one, on to first. Double play, and Mohawk gets out of the inning.
Wow. Well, that's the kind of momentum you need going into your final at-bats here, potentially. What a nice turn.
4 to 6 to 3 for the double play. And here we go, Monroeville and Mohawk. We head to the 7th. Lady Warriors need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. Hey, it's the top of the 7th, 4-2 Monroeville. Mohawk needs 2 to extend this one, 3 to force Monroeville into a spot. Travis Berardi, Andy Jardy back here. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up, and kind of the same situation we had a little bit earlier. 7, 8, 9 hitters for Kenton Ridge due up down 1. They're able to get 2 out of it.
Yeah, the only difference here, it's a 2-run lead as opposed to that
Yes.
1-run lead, and we were talking about it with Lexington where it felt like they were going to need 1 more going into that bottom of the 7th. And they couldn't get it. Kenton Ridge, undefeated, found a way to scratch 2 across and come away with the win.
The 1-0 catches the outside corner. It's 1-1. No matter who wins, we will be back here tomorrow night for the championship. Same thing. We'll do we have to do a delayed stream. In there for a strike. It's 1-2.
Johnson doubled her last time up.
Winner gets number 2 Notre Dame or unranked Covington in the final. Mohawk looking for another double from her. Slaps it right at first. Bragg catches it 1 down.
Great heads-up play there by Bragg, and I bet that one felt pretty good too. She had 2 come out of her glove that last inning, which sort of allowed Mohawk to get some runs across, but able to squeeze that. Always big to get that first out in those final 3. Keep the leadoff runner off.
First pitch to Russell, taken for a ball.
I am shocked. This is it. We're in the 7th inning. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This game has moved.
Little flare over the third baseman. It's a base hit. Mohawk has life. Tying run to the plate.
Yeah, probably couldn't have placed that any better had she tried to throw it. I mean, that was just beautifully flared into left.
Just enough of the end of the bat to get it over. And that'll bring up Barth. 0 for 2. Got to get this out here before the top of the order if you're Monroeville. Mohawk, now you're applying pressure once again. Looking to slap hit that's taken high for ball 1.
Yeah, you got Emily Brickner on deck, who's 3 for 3.
The 1-0. Popped her up. Wow now. Catches it 2 out.
Big second out right there. Keep that runner at first.
But Emily Brickner, 2 doubles and an infield single. The hardest out to get is the last one, but even harder when the batter you face is 3 for 3.
Yeah, no question.
Line drive, left field, base hit. Tying run on.
Boy, what more can you say than what Emily Brickner has given you out of that leadoff spot? Comes up, season on the line. Doesn't matter to her. First pitch, smacks it into the left, gets her 4th hit of the day.
And now Mallory Brickner, as Coach Abe Helmstetter is coming in. Is he making a pitching change? He is. Wow now is going to try and close this out.
And I wonder if this has anything to do, if you remember Mallory's last time up, she just missed a 2-run homer.
Yeah. 4 hits in a game, ties each division for the record. 4. Abby Poths last year from Monroeville against Matthews had 4.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of tying of records, and when there will be D7 records, so
that will be the mark in D7. Peyton Weil now, 150 ERA, 3-1 record. 18 hits, 11 runs, 7 earned, 10 walks, 64 strikeouts on the season for her. Looking to get the final one as Mohawk has the tying run on first.
Just another great game. The 2 that we've had the privilege of doing today have been like as good of postseason stress-induced softball you can have. Tying run at first, go-ahead run comes to the plate.
So they move around. Helmstetter now in center field. Designated player Scheid now in at third. First pitch low for ball 1.
You think about Mallory now coming up too. She's eliminated some potential runs off the board, throwing out some base runners, and now a chance.
A double most likely ties this game. Popped her up. Taryn Tyler back. Monroeville will play for the state championship. Got Brickner to pop out to end the game. Monroeville will head back to the state final. What a game between 2 teams, especially for a Mohawk squad with a lot coming back next year. We'll take a break. When we come back, the post-game show right here on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
back here in the Village Barn post-game show. 4-2. Monroeville will play once again for a state championship. Back-to-back seasons, their first 2 times ever making it to the state Final Four, and both times they are going to the championship. 2-4. Actually, I have to update that. It did not update. To 8-0, 4-7-1. There they are.
That looks better.
A lot of hits towards the end of that one, but I mean, what a game. Mohawk fighting to the end.
Yeah, I mean, they really did. There's a couple different things you could point at as the difference in this game. Obviously, the 2-run homer looms large, but Haley Mormon in center field made 2 incredible diving catches that potentially saved at least 3, if not 4 runs in this game. And I just wonder, too, it felt like the experience won this game today. Monroeville obviously just being here last year. Mohawk coming back for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah.
It seemed at times the game sped up a little bit for Mohawk, whereas Monroeville, it didn't.
Yeah.
We saw Mohawk make some errors on the base paths that really cost them. And in a game of this magnitude at this stage in the game, like you can't have those kind of outs. It's an incredible season for them. They played well enough to be in this game, but not enough to win this game.
Yeah.
And they had some chances, just could not capitalize on it.
Mohawk finishes the season 25-6, but regional champs, they have a lot coming back.
Oh, yeah.
A great learning experience, but for Monroeville, tomorrow night at 5:30, they will play for a state championship. Second time ever, second time in a row they will do that. Any final words, Mr. Jardy, before we get out of here?
No, that's a good point, too, for Mohawk going forward. I mean, there's a lot of sophomores on this team. They are young. They got some freshmen playing. To go on a run as deep as you have this year with that young core, there's no substitute for postseason experience, and they got a ton of it this year with a young group.
Yes.
Watch out for Mohawk next year, no question about it. And for Monroeville, I mean, this incredible season continues. What a fun team this is to watch. Again, they had really 2 innings where they just kind of put it all together, similar to what they did against Matthews last game. They just scraped across some runs those middle innings and end up with the win.
We will have this game for you on a special stream tomorrow night, probably around 7, 8 o'clock, between the winner of this next game and Monroeville. But it's time for us to get out of here for the day. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Andy Jardy, always a pleasure, sir. I'll see you Friday.
I'll be back, yep.
Brandon Powell with some amazing shots. That shot of the home run was perfect.
Beautiful.
Great job by him, as always. Also, our sponsors, Clouse Construction Corporation and the Village, and Roeder Racing, our scoreboard sponsors, the Village Barn, as well as Yanich. Oral Surgery and Dental Implants, our pregame sponsors. Replays brought to you by Yanich as well. Also want to thank the Monroeville Athletic Boosters as well as Danner's Towing and Recycling. And make sure to stay tuned. Here coming up, we'll post both MVP interviews. We'll have both interviews brought to you by Tiffin Environmental Products. We'll have both of those interviews as well as the Monroeville Athletic Boosters. But we're going to get out of here. We will see you tomorrow night for a state championship for Monroeville right back here. For Andy Jardy, for Brandon Powell, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long for now from Firestone Stadium.